Back in the den with Coach Pack, coming off those national duels. You guys made a big splash out there.
Yeah, I mean, I think the big thing for us is we wanted to try to live up to what we think we're capable of doing. I still think we're capable of more, and if I was a coach that was happy with not being 100% or not winning every duel, like I'm the guy who's like, I want to go out and I want to put on a great product. And our kids are really working hard, and I feel like they needed to pull some things together, and this weekend they did it all.
Yeah.
They put it all together at the right time, and unfortunately, I wish this was the real national tournament time, right? But they did a great job, and I'm super happy with the way they competed, and they did everything we've asked them to, and they're starting to see that process and how that works out when you believe in it a little bit.
Good news today, both teams ranked men and women in the top 10 for the first time in program history. I thought you had an interesting take on it, though. You're like, hey, let's not smell ourselves too much here.
Right, I mean, look, rankings are great because what they do is they give you that sense of worth, right? You're like, okay, I've been working my butt off, and now I can do this. So what it does is it helps them understand where they can be, but at the same time, like I told them, I'm like, hey, that's great, but now we have to live up to that expectation. Because if you're ranked 5th in the country, how much work do you have to do to make sure you finish 5th in the country?
Yeah.
So for us, it was awesome. It's a great program build. It's a great build for these kids to finally get some recognition for what they're doing. But at the same time, we realize we have work to do.
Yeah. I'm looking at the men's individual rankings, and you got a lot of guys after those national duels that have come up. And a lot of these guys weren't ranked previously to that, so they've really made some strides here.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you look at it, I believe everybody except 2 people this weekend beat a nationally ranked person. So I think when you look at that, especially the North Idaho duel, North Idaho beat us 9 out of 10 matches 2 months ago.
Yeah.
And now we forfeited 25. We have 9 matches left. We won 8 of those 9. I mean, the turnaround was astonishing. And almost all of those wins were over a ranked opponent. And it really showed our kids that we can wrestle with anybody in the country. And that's what we needed, right? We needed these kids to finally just jump that hurdle. I mean, great, we beat some teams and we are 7-2, but to go out and beat 4 ranked teams, one that, that's the caveat of the whole thing, right? Is to prove to these kids that they're capable of doing it.
Yeah, they're starting to see some results, and that's great feedback as well, too. And then still, you've got a handful of women wrestlers who are ranked, and they're coming in number 7 in the country as a team.
Yeah, the girls are making some strides, and Sandra Gutierrez moved into the rankings this time, and Jocelyn Ambrose, and it's really nice to see the girls because they've had a couple weather-related things that with tournaments, and before that we had too many girls that were hurt, so we kind of held them out of a tournament to get them healed up. So it was nice for them because they've had that big lull in competition to be able to see that the work they're putting in is still worthwhile.
Yeah, I know you don't like talking about yourself, but you reached a milestone too here recently. How many duels, or what was it? It's not coming to the top of my head, but you did reach a milestone.
Yeah, I mean, so after going into the St. Ambrose duel, and I was going for dual meet win 125.
That's what it was, yes.
And my current record at that point was 124-21, I think.
You're kidding me.
And we lost.
Wow.
So I was...
I know you were...
I was not happy, right?
I know, I could tell.
I thought about throwing a camera, but I didn't.
Well, thanks for not doing that.
I don't think we have the budget to pay for it. So I think the thing for me is... It's a great accolade, right? I had a lot of people that came in, and I had a ton of people congratulating me after the weekend, and adding 4 more wins on and hitting that 125. But I don't like the focus
No,
to be on
I know
me.
you- I know you don't.
I want the focus. I want the focus to be on the kids, but at the same time, I put a lot of time into it, and I appreciate the amount of people that's followed my career.
Yeah.
To be able to know what a milestone that was, and and continually, hopefully, a few more years to come back and do this all over again.
Absolutely. It was funny, after the St. Ambrose duel, we were talking in post-match, and you said, yeah, I coached their coach. And
Yeah.
so how much of that goes on for you?
You know what? A lot more. Again, this weekend at the Neo show, their assistant coach, I coached him too. So I don't know. It's really cool, right? To basically see those seedlings grow into to being coaches.
Your
and
coaching tree is growing and growing.
It's so cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
For me, those are like the intangible pieces that I won't be able to get back anytime,
Absolutely. Coach Pack, hey, appreciate your time.
Thank you, sir.
Keep up the great work once again. We'll see you next time right here in the Den.
Sounds good. Go Bobcats.